Greetings and salutations, Dota fans. Welcome into the International 2013. We're live here on the floor of beautiful Benaroyo Hall in downtown Seattle with our second best of three of the day. It's going to be an East versus West showdown. TONGFU taking on FNATIC. Yep, staying back towards that tower, realizing that something's going on. We're going to see No Tail and Fly. They're going to run right into them. Sansheng sees No Tail. There's going to be the lift, bringing him back. Nova from low ground. There's going to be one net. No Tail's in trouble, taking a lot of damage. Living armor, not going to be good enough. Give him first blood. Sansheng draws first blood on No Tail. Puck gets there. Now we're going to have Gyrocopter coming in to engage. Fly's in trouble. Fly making a run for it. That's going to make it 2-0. Honey trying to get back to mid, and Era salving up on the high ground, giving a little harassment. It's 3 kills on the board. It's a relatively quiet game. We're going to see Sansheng, and he's got a passenger. He may be coming in. They're going to throw the coil. Haste room coil on Hani, and get ready. Here's the lift. Out comes King J. Open wounds is going to be there, and he's netted down. Could not have executed it better. And TONGFU, even blowing the hand of God. Looks like they want to push this lane.
Oh, Trixie, Sansheng, Wishikuchi, and a bug inside of him. Well, and Light Stealer.
Trixie in trouble. Going to be telekinesis back, and finally, he's brought down 5-0. He's able to get a mech up by 15 minutes.
There's going to be too much of a difference in gold, and Top How might have overstayed his welcome here a bit, but can
look at that damage. Yep, there's the overgrowth. Finally, FNATIC makes their way onto the board. To deal with what TONGFU can bring to bear in the Life Stealer and everything else, we are going to see a kill take place. Everything we need. We have an armlet. We have Mu with a blink. We have a mechanism. We even have a medallion. Already at the tier 3, I mean, what can you do? FNATIC trying to get back into position. This tower already down to about half health. Hell, the tier 2 hasn't even dropped yet. So I'm surprised TONGFU's actually not a bit more committed to this. I would expect them to be a little bit further up on the lip of the steps here where they could engage. We see there's a net on Hani. Now we're going to see the waning rift. Call down's going to be there. Era being pursued out. Fly taking a lot of damage as well. There's a time lapse back. And now the counter initiation, they're going to mech through that damage. Hal sitting up front. He's the one with the Aegis, so he has no problem taking this damage. Tier 3's gone. Does get denied by the Nature's Prophet, but Trixie coiled down and cleaned up. Mu landing, and Sansheng with one Fade Bolt notches a double kill. This is going to be a set of 19-minute racks. You want to talk about a dominant performance. TONGFU putting on a show. However, FNATIC wants a little bit of payback. The overgrowth kicks off the fight. Era's there. We'll get one kill, but look at the damage already. Brought back down. Trixie threw out the Nature's Wrath. Doesn't matter. He's going to be forced out as well. And TONGFU, after dropping 2, forcing buybacks, takes down 2 more. A tier 3 and a set of racks. What a performance, all before 20 minutes.
TONGFU came to play.
Again, whenever you think of really good Chinese Dota, the names that come to mind are no surprise. You think of IG, you think of LGD, etc., etc. TONGFU very often for whatever, hang on, Trixie, gonna be brought. They're doing so much damage, I can't even call them fast enough. They're just blowing these heroes up 100-0.
It can fall back on the fact that they have a Gyrocopter and a Life Stealer, but if FNATIC get any momentum with the kind of heroes that they had, it's really hard to come back. And oh, Hani.
Hani gonna be telekinesis back. There's a coil, only catches one. Hani actually made it away because of the Ghost Scepter, but trying to dodge out the orb. King J gonna track him down almost certainly. One swipe and he's gone. That's a killing spree. Chen Hill, Hand of God guarantees that TONGFU not gonna be scared at all. Crystal Maiden just kind of flips the bird, giving the ulti just as Sansheng pulls back. But I mean, FNATIC at this point just really have no hope of defending these towers. You hate to make it sound so hopeless, but yeah, there you go. Hani going to be telekinesis back and brought down, and that's the GG. So you're talking a 22-minute route, Draskyl. And the Gyrocopter, of course, Gyro, a monster in an offensive tri-lane whenever he has heroes that can allow him to get close. And when you're going to have Nightmare for that, you're going to have Grave Chill out of Visage. Him getting a nice amount of experience, be it out of mid, or being given a solo safe lane, which might be the case. Since he had placed his first point in open wounds, he would not have had magic immunity for the Rocket Barrage, and level 1 Rocket Barrage is not something you want to mess with. Now we're going to have a Nightmare onto the Veno. Fly caught out. Sansheng still there. And there's the Grave Chill right afterwards. As you see, the damage output immense. And down he goes. Fly. First blood in game 2. And yep, there we go. In mid, we're going to see the Storm Spirit picked off.
TONGFU are totally abusing the fact that, like we said, 1 kill, warding a Chen's camp, really hard to deal with. Era might be in trouble down here, though.
Down at bottom, we're going to see him pursued out. He's trapped inside. can do nothing but try to find his way out. Blocked in, rocket barrage. He's going to rage and do what damage he can, but he knows it's all in vain and now we're actually going to see another kill in mid, but that time going to FNATIC. So FNATIC giving as good as they're getting. That, I mean, obviously he got beat pretty badly, but not crushed. But yeah, as you mentioned, he's already ducked into the jungle just for fear of being caught out again before he hits level 6. Now we're going to see open wounds on the Hal. There's a Gale as well. Sanshing coming to try and help. Bates there, does not have Fiend's Grip, and we will see the gyro drop and a Sprout. How beautiful initiation of Hottie. Caught him both with the Waning Rift and the Coil, and No Tail, who had about as bad a start as a Chin could hope, or could hate to have, now has 3 kills to his credit, 3-0-2. FNATIC blowing this game back open, and we were talking about momentum, Draskyl. This is that catalyst they needed. Tower down below half. Yep, not going to be any sort of a true response on Shing's there in case they decide to push on through, and they very well might. I mean, No Tail's got an Ursa. Yeah, they're at least going to test the waters.
Definitely a trade you're going to want to make if you're FNATIC. They're going to TP to it, though, and King J is going to be able to blink away for the time being. I think he's more here to just delay it. I don't think he necessarily can stop it on his own.
Yeah. There's going to be open wounds on him, actually. They can't pursue him over the woods. A lot of damage being done. Era gets him with the Infest. What a play. Now the counter initiation called down Sarah as his Grave Chill Storm. Going to get some payback with the Vortex. And TONGFU answers with a kill of their own. They're going to be able to deny this tower if they time it right. Let's see if there it is. Gyro gets the deny, and in the meantime, that tier 1 is still standing.
So Mu, unfortunately, receiving a couple of deaths in the early game. And they could be going for another one here, but I don't think they have vision of the high ground. Wow, they are so close to getting revealed by Mu.
Honey with a passenger. Oh, this could be bad. There we go. He gets a Waning Rift off on one. BKB, though, going to buy Hal some time. And Era stunned down there. They're going to mech through it. Damage being done on both sides. Hand of God gets it back up. And Hal locked down with the net. What a coil. Got the 2 they needed. Sanshing chasing Hani away, but the fight now beginning to turn. It's 2 for 1 so far. Mu reinitiating. Flies in trouble. Hani trying to help him out, but one more auto attack, enough to make it a double kill for Mu. Hani trying to bottle through after the phase shift. Trixie's auto attacks enough to force Mu out, and he will be netted. What a play as FNATIC manages to make it a full 5-man wipe and blow this game wide open.
That was superb, honestly, by FNATIC. They walked up the hill. They saw that TONGFU was more or less out of position.
Means that now they have to continue to have that urgency. They don't want TONGFU to be able to do what they're doing now, which is smoke and try to take a target of opportunity, and that target is going to be no. Hani just blown up. I mean, what else can you say? TONGFU jumped him immediately, and Hani again, the start and end, the beginning and end of the effectiveness of FNATIC's lineup, you know, no doubt. And we're going to see Fly actually sit home by Chen, and yep, Chen Airways gets him back to safety, but TONGFU taking down a very important target there.
I don't know, man. The Boots of Travel for me, I'm really conflicted on it.
We see the Shadow Blade now done. Hang on, we're going to have an initiation on the move. They're going to, oh, Fiend's Grip! Banana in the right place at the right time, and Hani cleaned up. Mu going to be able to jump to safety, and Banana able to slide himself back to safety at an awkward angle there. They just couldn't find the angle of initiation before the smoke wore off. So FNATIC comes away wanting.
That hurts as well. Any waste of time for FNATIC, I think, is a bit amplified. The Nature's Prophet's going to help a little bit, and all Mu ends up getting picked off in middle lane, overstaying his welcome again. I actually don't know why he was there. Oh, maybe I do, maybe.
How often do we see this? Whenever you have this kind of a lineup where a Chin lineup has a lead, and granted it's not huge, but it's considerable enough, and we're going to hang on because this is going to be bad. What a beautiful gank. Spread out. Oh, if Hani decides to go for this, it could be problems. And let's see how much he is willing to commit. Doesn't look like all that much. He's going to spot him. Is he going to go? He is. Now he's got a lot of help behind him. Hal taking a lot of damage with the Fiend's Grip is there. Hal, cooldowns, has the rest of his team coming. King J there to lasso back Hani. That's a dead puck, and now the Nightmare, No Tail, trying to do what he can, but Mu comes in and grabs the Chen. The teleport did work. So Chen trading himself for the Lifestealer. But that's exactly what I was saying. If he sees him, that was actually bad that he saw him that time. They might be able to get the Chen and have the Vino and the Lifestealer cut off. Here we go. Sanshing spots him. There's the lasso used. Fly never had a chance. Now they're going to pursue it out. If they feel like their composition is good enough to stand on its own legs 10 minutes from the time that they fall behind, they will just sit back and make you execute to finish them. And really, FNATIC just didn't.
more or less, and FNATIC are finally taking the initiative here too, which is a good thing to see. They're going towards the Roshan pit, but TONGFU obviously know it's going to be up as well, and they have actually counter-smoked, but I don't believe there are any sentries down. Oh, here we go.
Banana going to be seen. He's way out front. Oh, what a coil! He got everyone with the waiting rift as well. Moo going to reinitiate. BKB is up, but the great initiation coming out of Haughty. How? He's hexed out. He's down to half health. He's used the Satanic already. Moo can do little but drop a Remnant, and now he's isolated out. He's silenced out, and he will drop. How's there, though? King J going to get the lasso out on Era. They actually chained the ultimates there. Not the best execution. Buybacks on both sides. Banana chasing him out. Wow, Moo coming from nowhere, coming from downtown. And buybacks aplenty on both sides. Roshan at stake here, and in the end, we actually end up with the exact same thing we started with. FNATIC ahead by 3 kills.
That initiation was the only reason that team fight went even a little bit well for FNATIC. I mean, what more could you ask for? The downside is Chen actually died, I believe, or didn't get to use his heal.
Yeah.
Something happened to Chen and he didn't get to use his heal, which is a bit of a bummer. But they over-pursued. When you see double buyback after you win the initial engagement, you don't try to go back in, but here we go.
There's the infest out. We're going to see Moo in trouble. Roach still standing. Banana hexed out on top. In the meantime, the call down's going to reinitiate. Hand of God. Not enough to keep him alive. Hal now hit with the open wounds. Roach at about 1/5 health. And that's going to be another 2 for 2. Trading up, check that. Going to be 3 for 2 as Trixie tracks down the Bane. San Shang now in some trouble as the body block from Trixie's Treants locked him down just long enough for FNATIC to make it a double kill for the Prophet. And now Roshan.
I don't understand where Hao was. Like, was Hao just in the pit hitting Roshan the whole time? Because they just completely avoided him, and it feels like, I think he got a double kill, and then they split the fight up, and then Hao decided, I guess, to go for Roshan because he thought the rest of his team maybe could hold off FNATIC, but that was definitely not the case. And we often talk about how farm is very important, but it also depends on who has your farm.
Credit and fault due on both sides, but the result is FNATIC is on the aggressive. Haughty has had a passenger for a while. Here we go, we're going to jump on Hal. He's silenced out. BKB's there. Lasso trying to bail him out, and he's forced out the way. Haughty now reinitiated upon. Can they get him? Hand of God is not enough. Trixie has the Aegis popped away, and Era trying to retreat will be doing so right into a call down, and now No Tail able to TP away as they lacked any kind of ability to stun.
Smoked up inside of FNATIC's woods. They're not going to find anyone. Fortunately for FNATIC, they're all going to be able to teleport back to base and be safe. But this is pretty much TONGFU's time. Like, they have, oh wow, he just goes into the base for Era.
And Era sides down. He's down to half health. Yes, they get him. TONGFU able to get the biggest pick off they could have possibly hoped for. Utterly crippling in the amount of damage he can do. And just look at the tower melt. Visage Familiar is enough, but right clicks from Hal. They have to commit here. This is exactly what I was saying they would do. It's an all or nothing. They can't hang back and defend. They have to just make up their mind, otherwise you're going to see Moo jump them. Here we go. There's a lasso onto the Vino. He's going to be brought back, and now Moo's in there. Going to see the Fiend's grip onto Era. What immaculate placement out of Banana. Era's going to be scythed out and brain sapped to death. The Aegis does get popped, but that was the last buyback Era had. Trixie Nightmare, they're just going to wait for help. He's going to be Vortex back, and that'll be that. No Tail pursued back and cleaned up. Buyback out of Prophet, but he has very little help. 56 seconds until the Lifestealer is back up, and Hal, with his Satanic still available, yeah, he's just going to activate the Satanic, lay into the creeps with Flat Cannon. And now down goes one tier 4. The second tier 4 already down to half health. 40 seconds, there's the initiation. Attempted initiation of Haughty. They honestly didn't even blink. We see Hal scythed out, he's going to be netted down. Now we're going to see Vino picked off again. Got the ulti off, got it on a couple. Moo taking a lot of damage from that Prophet. Haughty though, face shifting out, trying to buy himself some time. Trixie going to be pursued out by Moo, and GG! A long one in comparison to our first game. FNATIC looked like they had this game, if not in the bag, at least in control, Draskyl.
Yeah, their lineup, I really did like their lineup during the early game. FNATIC didn't have the firm foothold that they really want with a lineup like that.
Right.
And small things like that can definitely change the impact of a game.